I am not different. The other issue is
police personnel. We'll sort out the issue with this in consultation with the attorney as well. Otherwise, all the purpose arrangements and everything will, in consultation with the district administration, we are hopeful that we'll conduct the election in peaceful manner. Thank you, sir.
I am one of you. I also am a very much a cadre. Come to this side as a regulator, but I was one of your jobs. But I just have only this one job. My one job is to hold elections. My one job is also to hold free and fair.
After a detailed review, today we have very detailed review where we took note of the emerging sensitivities and possible emergent sensitivities in the future with regard to the distribution of the
availability of force on a particular day, on a particular situation. So that factor, I think, is something that we need to really work out on. Now, as we learned from Bhaskar, that there is a possibility of calibrating that element, that is a vaccination for the police personnel. We will sit down and then work out the modalities, how we can do it. Because as what has been rightly observed, every phase police personnel has to move from one location to the other location. And this will be constant till the last phase. It will be the same set of personnel traversing through the districts and wherever the phases takes place. And we are also aware that policeman takes position at least 2 days before the date of polling. They will be reporting, and 1 day before the polling they will be deployed, and they will also get familiar with their area of responsibility. So therefore, right from 2 days prior to the election, they will be on the ground, and then till the last day, post last day, until the fourth phase of election is over. There has to be a kind of a firm commitment in terms of their engagement on the ground.
Nitty-gritty, all that is your concern. It's not mine. Now we request in senior officers like and talking. We will discuss
And if there is any shortfall, already that shortfall has been replenished in the month of March itself. But still, if you think that there is shortfall, you can go ahead and then print it locally. And those the soft copies have already been shared with you. Then, with regard to the ballot boxes, already ballot boxes, because it is now the entire election is phased out in 4 phases. So the sufficiency, I think, is ensured. So please anyway make an assessment, because there are small boxes, medium boxes, and very few big boxes are there. Depending on the requirement, you need to very strategically utilize those. Otherwise, in a place where the small box is required, if you precious big boxes or medium boxes are shared with them, then you will have a problem. So that some intelligent way of allocating the material is very much required. Then printing of ballot paper is over, so the ballot paper is available. So what we did was, in the month of March itself and the February itself, that depending on the previous experience, then we have given at least 10 to 15% additional printing has been done.
Sir, very clear, sir. We noted down, sir. The team is here. And sir, phase 1 we have 4 phases, sir. 4 divisions. Phase 1 all the human resource deployment and we have planned, sir. In fact, we started our stage 1 training in the morning, sir. So all the election materials and logistics also have been already available in the mandals except the ballot papers and interviewing. And ballot papers are also already verified for all the symbols, sir. So it is yet to be distributed to the mandals, sir. Otherwise, all the bandobast arrangements, both the SPs are in, they have the plans, sir. We may explain after I explain this point, sir. Regarding vaccinations also, we've noted down all the instructions of Commissioner of Health, and we will coordinate meticulously as to how to implement the plan, especially the boarding persons and police persons are concerned. So otherwise, there are no issues, sir. We'll take it forward and we'll do it successfully. Thank you, sir.
Sir, good afternoon, Vishal here, sir. We have noted all the instructions, sir. They are very precise and clear, sir. We will ensure the peaceful conduct of elections. As regards to the observation regarding the corona and the details to be taken, safety measures, we will sit down with the collector, sir. We will ensure there is a balanced approach to it and ensure that the safety and also the personal safety of our men not deployed are taken care of, sir. We have already started off our preparation with earnestness, sir. We will ensure there is peaceful conduct. Thank you, sir.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. This is SP Gunturappan, sir. We have 7 mandals, sir, going for the poll. We have 2 phases of election, sir, and we already started the groundwork, and we will ensure that all the instructions are complied and nothing goes wrong from the police side. Good day, sir.
Prakasha? Welcome, Saran and friends. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. English, sir.
In the context of the Gram Panchayat elections that are being held, availability, I would not concern that myself. For that, the state election authority is here, Mr. Girija Shankar and also Mr. Dwivedi. Both are very seasoned officers. They don't trouble myself to do work which somebody has to do. I have to do this available resource time. It's a constraint. Within this, we have to achieve the elections. One job is to hold elections. My one job is also to hold free and fair elections. And this is my one job which I should do with my 100% efficiency. So, I am uninfluenced by any of the events in the past. And we had personal equation and good relationships. So all that is not forgotten. That is part of what we are. I am no reservoir of power. That is an expression used by the ethics code. The reservoir is not unlimited, but it is certainly vast. That's all I would like to tell you. These are how use these powers with any spite, with any malice, for personal aggrandizement, for vanity. No. There should be no such display of. I am committed to that. That is my mandate. So, this vast reservoir of power, which the Supreme Court said is enjoyed by the State Election Commission, analogous free and fair election. Now, what is free and fair election? Free and fair election, as we all know, every individual, out of a sense of social obligation, aspiration, occupied, so that this is a training ground for the political process. That is why these are important. Whatever nitty-gritty, all that is your concern. It's not mine. Now we requested senior officers like Mr. Rawat to be here, because if there is any issues with regard to release of funds and also with regard to any issues, either through him or in the future, whomever he designates, we could interact with him. And then these problems would be started out. I am sure your request, everything would be reasonable and which the government would be able to accommodate. They will not be out of the ordinary. So Mr. Rawat would kindly take care, and in future we would not trouble you. I think you could come, but in such manner, whoever he designates. They have been in the past, they were helpful to us and they have responded. And there is a kind of a a professionalism in the entire department, and they will cater to the needs. I'd like to make clear two things, to dispel certain misconceptions or whatever it is there, because it is a duty cast to me. I am not looking at the past. Nobody should look at the past. We live in the moment and we have a time ahead. The powers of the State Election Commission. The powers of the State Election Commission are the same as Election Commission of India. This is not what I have said. This is what the Supreme Court of India, the 5-member judge, headed by Justice Balakrishnan, has said in a very famous landmark case known as Kishan Singh Tomar versus the Municipal Corporation of Ahmedabad.